At Elanco, it all starts with animals. Healthy animals are at the epicenter of our vision of food and companionship enriching life.
And now Greenfield-based Elanco Animal Health is taking its mission a step further. The company launching a three-pronged sustainability commitment to improve the health of the planet, people, and pets. Elanco says the plan is the first of its kind in the animal health industry and is an important milestone on its journey as a new public company. It split from Eli Lilly and Company about 2 years ago. Business of Health reporter Kylie Veleta has more. Kylie.
Well, thank you, Gary. With $3 billion in revenue last year, Elanco is the second largest animal health company in the world. About half of its sales relate to food animals, and companion animals comprise the other half. Elanco believes animal health is a major factor in tackling some of society's most daunting issues, including food security and protecting the environment. The company is refining its approach by rolling out its first set of sustainability commitments. President and Chief Executive Officer Jeff Simmons joins me now to tell us more about the new pledges the company is making. Jeff, thanks for being on the show today.
Great to be here.
All right, let's start with a big picture question for you. Just generally, why did Elanco want to launch these commitments?
Yeah, you know, in the heart of what we do, and a lot going on right now in our company with the recent acquisition of Bayer Animal Health, now a little over $4.5 billion in revenue in 100 countries, serving 19 species of animals. You know, we saw COVID really wake up the importance of animals, as you just highlighted, to society. We believe that making animals' lives better makes life better for people. We saw that with the empty meat cases and the importance of quality food, meat and milk and eggs, to the importance of the pet, with animal shelters being empty, and the importance of that pet in the center of the family as we've set in these social distancing kind of environments. So we thought it was absolutely critical to make commitments as this new company and this awakening of how important animals are to society in the course of this decade in all three areas: pets, the planet, and most importantly, protein.
Right, so you have these three pledges, as you just said, the protein pledge, the planet pledge, and the pet pledge. And we don't have time to talk about them all, but what would you like to highlight within those pledges?
Yeah, first of all, I think we've shifted in business from kind of a CSR, corporate social responsibility, to ESG. That's the environment and social and governance is responsible business that knows it can impact society positively, holding ourselves accountable. So these pledges are public. We're going to talk about them. They're measurable. And by doing our business well, by making a healthy enterprise in Elanco, which we have, and driving it over the next decade, we are going to have a positive impact. So just take a couple of those. You know, by helping farmers and veterinarians directly, healthy animals do a few things. First of all, you know, it makes more quality meals and more of them, more accessible meals. So we believe over the course of the decade, what Elanco will do to animal health will create the equivalent of 57 million more meals. That's the equivalent of feeding California and New York every day with high quality protein. And at the same time, walking along with farmers, we're not only going to reduce emissions 21 million tons, but we're going to put them on a road to zero emissions. There are dairy farms, beef and pork farms that actually are working today on and living on a zero footprint. And we're going to do more of that across the globe during this decade.
You touched on this already, but I'd like to dig just a bit deeper into it. You've mentioned that this pandemic, it also shines a light on why these commitments are more important now than ever before. Can you talk just a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I think we've seen, and Elanco, what makes a great company to me is a societal need, a great business model. Again, Elanco plus Bayer being able to serve pets and livestock in 100 countries, 19 species. And we have purposeful people that it is their lifestyle, whether that's on the livestock farming side, our employees, or the importance of pets. We saw the importance of this. So I think in many homes all over the world right now, we've got almost 7 out of 10 homes in the United States have a pet, and the importance of that. It's only 8 percent, or almost 1 out of 10 in China. The importance of that pet is just an example of how critical it is to the family. What does Elanco do? Well, in the last decade, we've increased the life of that pet by more than 20%. We're going to do that in this next decade, but also the mobility and aging diseases, cancer and diabetes and pain and arthritis. We make a more mobile, active lifestyle of that pet. having such a big impact on people. That's an example of that. We'll do that with our pet pledge.
So let's drill down to Indiana specifically. You recently announced a new effort called Food Secure Indy, and Elanco is a partner in that. Talk about what that initiative is and the important role that local businesses here, who's your businesses, are going to play in that.
Yeah, I'm excited about this initiative, and it's a collaboration of really all three of the key pillars that it takes to solve any problem. You need the government. We got the governor and the mayor, and the most collaborative government, I think, organization in the state of Indiana than any other state in the country, I believe. We got the nonprofits, the hunger organizations led by GLEANERS and many others. And then companies coming together with commitments, like I just mentioned, that are in this. They're not in it for a one-time campaign, but they're in it for a decade-long commitment. So what we have here in Indianapolis is we saw during COVID a rising up from all three of these pillars to say we can't let the students in IPS not have meals. We raised over 1 million meals a month from an initiative that came out of COVID. And when you step back and say, hey, to have enough meals on a monthly basis that's done in a sustainable way, how would we do this and how many meals will we need to make a food secure Indy? It's about 750,000. So we were 25% higher than we need. So between collaboration, between a coordinated effort, and committed people over the longer period of time, we believe in the shortness of a few years, we could create a food secure Indy, meaning there'll always be poverty, there'll always be need for food relief and hunger, but in a food secure system, enough meals, we believe that this can be done because of the collaboration we have from all these parties. And so that initiative's being launched and really being driven by, again, all three pillars that are needed, the government, nonprofits, and the private industry.
All right, very good. Well, it's an exciting plan. I can tell you're excited about it. Thanks for being on the show today and telling us about it. We'll be checking in with you along the way since it's measurable, so we'll be hearing more from you.
Thank you, Kylie.
And Gary, back to you.
All right, Kylie, thank you.